Hey y'all, Alex here. I know we didn't get a chance to get live today. Or not Facebook. See, they're all corrupt. They just all kind of blend to the same. That's a Freudian slip. I am censored, right? Censorship was on my brain. I don't know if we're being censored like Facebook. We are also being censored there. So do check the description below because I am having a migration of a lot of things. We have tons of great playlists on YouTube. Is the platform we're trying to talk about specifically, and where we're being censored, I think already. We're having some troubles, but we're going to make this work. We're going to see how this goes. So Friday, that is going to be our makeup for today, 12:30 Central Standard Time. Have a lunchtime chat. I had tons of great content, which is why I wanted to make this video. Wanted to talk to y'all about everything that's going on, especially like the souls. Like that is what I kept hearing this morning in my prayer time, my intimate time. I will always have every day. That is my daily mental health care. It is a must. That is, there's no like negotiations, right? That is my sacred time. Why? Because one of the things that we do, especially when we're feeling overwhelmed, unless we are particularly taught not to do this, we naturally tend to, for that life-saving natural thing, like we want to survive. We naturally want to survive. So we do these things that are not really the greatest, like run away, right? We can't run away from this. We need to be able to process this. We need to be able to deep breathe and meditate and go with them, because even if you would like to run, you can't. At least not in the United States, and really from the rest of the world. Like this is a worldwide thing that is happening in one fell swoop, and it's this beautiful chess game that is going on. And I am so excited to talk about it because y'all, this is like this glorious game of 5D chess that POTUS is playing, y'all. It is so beautiful. It is so serene when you are able to step back and see, y'all, they have to commit the crimes to have a case in court that has, like, there is no defense. Like, you blatantly committed it and we can prove it. Like, you did the act, right? You did the thing. You thought of the thing. You plotted the thing. You did the thing. And then you left the scene of the thing to get away with the thing. All with ill intent, and that is what they have. Y'all, they have this information that proves this. And if you guys remember 2018, that executive order that President Trump renewed temporarily, so it's still enacted. It did not expire. Like it did expire, but it was renewed so that the expiration date that was originally done actually was not, like there, it's not fully expired, right? That's not a completion. It hasn't gotten there yet. It's still active. And you know what that means? That means these treasonous, enter your words, they're going down, y'all. Their assets, their everything is in the process of being seized. I live north of Austin, Texas, and they're into the solar winds, their whole computer system, everything, their servers, just a lot of that big stuff for Dominion and a lot of federal and state agencies. Oh, that's an interesting thing. And you're completely compromised. And the hackers that were alerting them to their holes, well, they have the historical. So yeah, they're scrubbing everything, and that's okay. That's okay. Let them. You know why? Because they're committing more acts of more treasonous crimes, and they are getting themselves in even bigger holes. So there's none of this, oh, we're getting away. No, the world is watching, and it's happening everywhere. If you want to follow and know what is going on in the world, look at the ground. What is going on in the ground? What are is there live video feeds anywhere that you can find? Are you being censored when you search for something? That's a red flag. Why am I being censored? Why doesn't big tech want me to know about this? There must be more to the story, right? Start digging and go into those rabbit holes and see what you can find, because y'all, there are some gold mines of information that has been so censored that people are just being flooded, right? It's literally psychological warfare. I challenge y'all, seriously, go look up the definition of psychological warfare. Read what the definition of it is, unless they've changed it. I hope they didn't. Probably means peace and love from the world's loveliest hippies. Yeah, fuck you, Webster. Sorry, but they have been changing things. Like, what was it? During the Amy Coney Barrett, the shit, now I can't even think of the word. It's so ridiculous. I don't even want to like allow that space in my brain. There's a word that Amy Coney Barrett was used that was considered harmful. I can't remember Hawaii and all them people. Anywho, go look it up. You'll find exactly what I'm talking about, y'all. But realistically, this is all a beautiful plan, and it's being cleaned up. People, we don't hear about it, right? And that means that's actually a good thing in a lot of ways, because I personally have not been worried about the war, civil war things happening. My concern was people's panic and the fallout by that panic, right? That's what the very far left want, those progressive, I can't even give them that word. Like, I feel like progressive is such a positive word, and they are so the worst people. They are not positive. So it's hard for me to like state that word with that group, because they're pretty awful. Like, oof. And this is not all people who claim to be Democrat. Like, let me make that an abundantly clear, y'all. Like, this isn't the Democrat versus Republican, y'all. I'm an independent, but I absolutely voted for Trump. I don't give a damn who hears me, both in 2016 and this year, 2020, absolutely. But at the end of the day, like, people need to understand what's going on, right? What is it when people are talking about the cabal or the Illuminati? Are we not supposed to talk about them? Probably not. Why are we being censored? That's why we're switching to migrating to different platforms. We'll still be on here because we do find people on here. They do gravitate towards us, but more of the things of what's really going on, we got to keep it off this channel, because they want to make it so we don't appear. People don't find us. People don't start to question and understand, like, what is this thing going on? Have you ever heard the term Galactic Federation? If you haven't, you probably should. And if you are meant to, that's a keyword that'll help wake you up into the understanding of what is actually going on. When I say world, I have never felt just confined to Earth. I have always thought of world as every known existence that we could potentially touch. And in the space outside of the Earth's atmosphere, that shit's infinite, y'all. There is so much things. There are so many things that are going on. And if you're not awake to the reality of the beauty, the majesty, and just the technology, the things that we can do, like we have now within our grasp. And it's not, oh, you're a special genetic, this, type of thing. Like, no, this is everyone. And that is why I feel like I was being censored. I was trying to record this, and like one thing kept happening after another. And I was like, wow, this universe, or the bad universe, right? Not the good universe, the bad universe really must want things to like not come out of my mouth that me and God talked about this morning. Just, what do you want me to say? How do you want me to do this? Y'all, this isn't from me. Like, everything that I talk about, what gets put on my heart in this time of, this is God, this is all that intercessory work, right? I've done intercessory prayer and work within my church, like looking at some really serious stuff. So when you talked about the DS, right, and the thing with all of the children that's been happening, it's hard for me to even talk about. Like, this shit's really awful. But we have to awaken to it, right? With a mantra that all of this time, that these last 6 years that I've really spent so deep with God, growing with God, just being guided, like, how do we do this? How do we help? Like, I know what you called me to do. This wasn't really an understanding that, like, as far as the platforms and this, but I'll absolutely take it, because he's been showing me the reach, right? The reach needs to be further than your home. And we need to go further. And absolutely, that is something I've learned so long ago. God may show you something that seems wild and out of your dreams. You're like, oh, that's a big thing. I don't know if I can do that. Oh man, hang on a second. And God's like, do you trust me? Do you trust me to take you from where you are near here to there where I showed you to go? Do you trust me? And do you trust him? Do you trust that inner spirit? Do you trust it, or do you shun it? Because that's really key through everything that's going on right now. Maybe you're having trouble sleeping. Maybe you're feeling sick or bloated or, just off. Me, I've been super foggy. like my brain, it's like it left the building, was like, peace, bye. It was gone. Why? Because I'm going through this process too. We all are. We're physically being, getting rid of, right? We're shunning, we're shedding, and we're learning how to vibrate higher, deeper, more at peace, right? Where's your soul sitting? How does your soul feel right now? Is it like, oh, don't look at me, I'm kind of not pretty anymore, like I'm dark, I'm naked, I'm shameful? Or are you glowing like a beacon, ready to be out there doing everything that God, the creator, that divine frequency has called you to do? Are you aligned with it? And if you're not, we're definitely going to go super deep into all kinds of things. And we've got so much, but like, that is that message. I mean, I got some really cool stuff that like we're gonna get to it Friday, like absolutely. I mean, I got the dog toys and everything, like it's gonna be legit. But that message, that heartfelt, y'all, I'm gonna start crying. God has got this beautiful plan, y'all. There's so much beauty on the other side. We have won. He has, it being the creator, it's already been told we've won. But when people are vibrating fear and worry and oh my gosh, it makes the earth, the whole earth, the whole earth vibrate higher, y'all. What that means is, as a collective whole, we are more connected to our soul being, not this meat suit. We got a meat suit on, right? However we all look. But our soul, what is inside of this vessel, right? What were they brought here to do? How do they wake up? Connect with source. That's how. Seriously, everyone, it's your experience is different. Your journey is different. Connect with source. I'm going to have in my the description as well, I use Insight Timer. I'm going to have my information. Add me. We're going to start doing collective meditations together, guys, because y'all, the way people wake up to understand is going within. They can't follow you within, right? Connect with your source within in the meditations, grounding. People always laugh. I live on a ranch, right? We live on some property on the outskirts of town, and I'm always barefoot. Unless it's freezing or have like to go into public, I'm always barefoot. Why? I'm always grounding. I'm always being pulled. Like, I'll have to show you I'm barefoot right now. That's when you know I'm really cold, if I'm inside and I have anything covering my feet, because I don't like, because of the grounding, right? Always feeling, always being connected to source, to earth, to just draw out the anxieties. And I'm not standing here because like without things. I have anxiety, I have depression, I had severe PTSD I had to overcome. And yeah, I still get a little jumpy. And now I just call them my Kung Fu powers, because I'm like, all right, like my hands naturally go up and it's like, hey, let's go. Like it works in this time, because you know, I don't know how bad and bumpy things are going to get. I will tell y'all, because I didn't speak about this publicly. Honestly, I was scared. I was worried, but I've been saying this to like my close friends and relatives and stuff since September, the end of September. It was like a wave, right? Like I always think of like being in a swimming pool, right? You're underwater and you're all floating around, right? You're immersed. You're immersed in this feeling, right? Into this feeling that it's just this knowing. I don't even know how to explain it other than you're immersed in this knowing. You just understand that what's going on and you don't have to speak, not a word. And that's that connection, right? Some people are much more stronger at it than others, but there's different things. And we're going to be going so deep into this. I'm totally getting off on my original message, which was that everything's going to be okay. The light is winning. We just have to keep vibrating higher. But these are other things we're going to absolutely be getting into. I have resources, like I said, my playlist. I have tons of things. I have a lot of educational material, meditations, music. Oh my gosh, all the things they've tried to literally in the 1930s, like, I kid you not, y'all, the early 1930s were booming with the scientists. They were celebrating all over the world. Why? Because they had so many natural remedies to literally heal and cure. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word. I don't know. But heal all kinds of ailments, everything, right? Particular family line, I don't know if I'm going to get shut down saying it, particular begins with an R and has child in it. The energy, just even like saying that name, it makes me sick. It makes me nauseous, and it's hard for me to like verbalize, you know? So if you guys feel that way, like, I think that helps make us a little bit human. It's okay to feel, but don't run away and hide. We have to shine the light, and so that the darkness cannot hide. And that means shine it everywhere, under the bed, in the closet. Find all the things and run it out with your high vibrations, your meditations, your spirit, your soul, your energy that you bring to this earth. Vibrate higher, because that is what it will take. Yes, we have won, but just because I've seen this knowing that the election was going to be the start of this unmasking, that there was the scales. I just saw millions of people, just as far as I could see, in just the scales, they just kept falling, and they were different thicknesses, and it was layers, and they just kept, it was just like people were crying, and it was so desolate, and I literally saw nothing but that, and I was like, whoa, what's going on? Everybody has scales falling from their eyes. And that I saw people who were running through the streets in a city where they were scared and they didn't know. I'm gonna cry. I saw mothers holding onto their children, terrified of being chased by gunfire, like, and people were hurting, and it was really bumpy, but it wasn't like that everywhere. Like, there were some places where life really went untouched. And there was no bumpiness, but the things were still happening. The cleanup was still happening, but it wasn't bad. And then I just saw this beautiful healing, and it was in January, and this healing, and it was just like what was just being put over me was just, the world doesn't even know. And was talking, and I was just like looking over the earth, and was like, the world doesn't even know what's to come. There is so much coming that is good. The level of healing and peace and prosperity that is coming, y'all. But God's works don't come to pass if we don't put them to work, if we don't pray, if we don't fast, if we don't put in the effort to make these things happen. We can't stand idly by. We can't stand here, oh yeah, Jesus, like, yes, have that faith, but have the faith with the works, because works without faith and faith without works is just as much as nothing. We can't stay stagnant, y'all, right? We have to put in the prayer, keep praying, because I feel it. I feel the earth humming, and it's just like this beautiful, like, orchestra. And when you ground and you go within, you will feel it too. Like, when you just connect and connect and connect and connect, you can't help but be drawn into Gaia, to the earth, to the movements, to the universe. Everything is in vibrations. Everything is in frequency. Everything can be measured in its density. This shit is so cool, y'all. And I'm so excited to share it. Like, this is going to be like an hour-long book, and I'm not trying to make it that long today. Like, we're going to be putting stuff together where it's in digestible pieces. I'm not bombarding you with long deals. It's going to be 20, 25 minutes, a nice little chunk to help you remember. I've been studying on so many things on like how to remember stuff, how to put everything together. And that's exactly what we're bringing. Like I'm bringing, we'll be doing, like I got y'all. I promise I got y'all. We're going to be going through this, but I need y'all to understand God has got this. We are being protected by a force and this beautiful full set of warriors that are for the good. They are for the light. They want to protect us. They have been protecting us and we didn't even know it. Everybody else who's still not awake, they don't even know it, but they're being protected divinely. And it's time we start being able to understand their existence. And the start of it is to go within. Start a daily meditation practice. Everyone's like, oh, I'm busy. I get it. 3 kids, work, school, everything. Like, I get it. Do it either first thing in the morning, if you're a morning person, or right before bed. 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Start even with 5 minutes. And we're going to be doing, I have a bunch of recordings. I'm getting everything put together. They're going to be in the different groups. If you look into the descriptions, I'll have all of that information. If it's in there, I'll keep it updated. So whatever is there is what's currently out to be found, right? Because we're finishing putting everything together right now. So it'll be in there. But yeah, get off mainstream. Oh, that was the other big thing. That's kind of big. Get off mainstream media, news media. Get away from it. The CNNs, the Foxes, MSNBC. Get away from it. There have been so many things going on that it's that fear vibration. They want to suck you in. And it's easy, y'all. Like I'm not exempt. I battle this dragon or this negative entity daily. Dragons are amazing. I don't like to correlate the negative with something beautiful and powerful. These negative entities, right? Mine absolutely tries to spiral up. Oh, remember this, remember that. And yeah, if I let it, I'll absolutely spiral that down. It's just like that comfort, right? It's something I've known for so long that entrapped me for so long. And it wants to pull me in. It's like, hey, come on. No, y'all, like you can't. Because if you allow it, it's going to keep sucking you in. It's going to keep putting you at this fear vibration. It's going to keep putting everything at where you're not able to thrive and awaken to what your purpose is. Why are you here? What did you come to do? What aligns with everything you were given by God, your talents, your God-given talents? How are you growing and expressing in those? Do you know? Have you tried? If you haven't, I highly suggest daily meditation, right? Right before bed, 5 minutes, get you all nice and relaxed. Perfect. Now I can lay down. I have my music playing, my healing meditation music, the long playlists we have that have very long tracks specifically meant for sleep. They're amazing, y'all. I'm so pumped. Like, I'm so jacked with everything that we've got coming. We've got health coaches. We've got this hemp CBD. We've got all kinds of things and puppies. We've got lots of puppies coming. We've just over a week out from due date. So yay. I am so pumped. I cannot wait to see y'all later. Bye, y'all.